Well, it's taken us a lot of years of coming to Collie before we've ever got down to the eastern side of Wellington Dam. We've camped in a few different places, and I suppose most of the time we've been to either Potter's Gorge or Honeymoon Pool, and one or two other places we probably shouldn't have camped but did. But this area down here is particularly nice for camping. And watching the bush rats videos out in the water there is trout and redfin. Beautiful quiet little spot. You have to wonder why more people don't come out this way as opposed to going to places like Honeymoon Pool, which are crowded. Water activities are allowed on Wellington Dam because it's not a drinking water dam. I believe it's too saline for drinking, something like that. But in any case, the water's used for agriculture. So you are allowed to fish, you can swim, you can kayak. And yeah, you wouldn't find too many better campsites than this with that sort of view, just meters away. You could park yourself up in the shade with your tent and whatever, and run your solar panel out there. Really can't work out why it's taken so long to get out here. The main access road is Collie Road, and you just explore from the end of that. Now, we did find quite a bit of timber down as we came in. Some of it's been cleared, some of it hasn't. There's still one or two trees, small ones across the track. So there are obviously times when it's difficult to get in here, if not impossible, if a big tree comes down. We saw things there that even a chainsaw would have taken a bit of work to get off the track. When you come out to really beautiful places like this that people are still allowed to camp in, the thing that really pisses me off is this. I don't know what retarded little are responsible for this, but they make me sick to my stomach. These beautiful areas are here for our enjoyment, and if you disrespect them like this and you're going to trash the place, it's going to get closed down. I really don't know if any of the morons that do this sort of thing are going to watch this footage. Probably not. They're probably too stupid anyway. But for goodness sake, if you ever do anything like this, for Christ's sake, stop it. You will get these areas closed down and nobody will be able to come out here and camp. It will bloody well ruin it for everybody. These are beautiful places. They're currently free. And it's an amazing spot to come and enjoy yourself. So why the hell have people got to do this sort of thing? I've not really done any freshwater fishing before, so this is a totally new experience for me. Really not a lure fisherman either, but what I'm giving a go at the moment is at one of these little fellas. Whether that's going to have any success, it's really used for whiting most of the time. But whether it'll do any good at all for redfin and trout, I have no idea. But I think it's about the right sort of size. The main thing I have a problem with in this particular location I'm looking at, it's very pretty, but there's not a lot of timber around, so without the timber there's not really any shelter for the fish. So what I'd be looking for would be an arm of this dam that runs up and goes into a bit of timber at the end, so that you've got a bit of timber around in the water. If you can find that, then you will probably find at least some redfin.
3:28 a.m.
Well, let's try different things in the Travel Buddy, see how they all go. Travel Buddy will heat just about anything and cook roasts, etc., as we've shown you in earlier videos. Today we're doing some beef and cheese quesadillas. And I think they are pretty close to being done. One thing I want to add to the camping gear is some baking paper, I think, just to stop mess getting onto the stainless steel. It'll clean up okay, but it just makes it a bit easier. They seem to be done to me. They're pretty hot, so lunch is about to be served. Okay, didn't leave a mess in there, which is good. Well, that's a nice quick tasty snack for lunchtime, courtesy of the Travel Buddy. Well, this was just a quick 2-night trip. Really didn't get to see an awful lot, but the main aim of the trip was to come down here to Wellington Dam up on the east side and do a bit of exploring, which we've done. So we got to stay at Honeymoon Pool this time, which I guess we won't be doing in future. It's too crowded, too noisy, costs money, and this area out by the dam is absolutely beautiful. It's a real shame some people are not looking after it and are leaving rubbish here and breaking glass. They're just utter morons. It's very hard to say anything about them other than the fact that they do not deserve to be out in places like this. But this is certainly a place that we're going to come back to a number of times. We're looking for a kayak at the moment. We're not really sure if we're going to get a double or 2 singles, but places like this are going to be absolutely perfect to bring something like that down and just have a paddle around, have a swim, and just enjoy nature. Heaps of birds in the trees. We're actually still finding a few orchids out, and we are now mid-October, so yeah, I'm a little surprised to still find orchids around, in the delicate little flowers that they are. But we found some cowslips down at Honeymoon Pool and what we think are probably some leek orchids or that type just over behind the car here. So yeah, worthwhile keeping your eye out for wildflowers, even when you think wildflower season is well and truly over. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and maybe one day we'll catch you out here at Wellington Dam. Cheers, see you later. One of the daily chores when you're doing filming is to back up all the things that you've shot during the day, and so whenever I'm shooting I always have to bring a laptop along with me, and at the end of the day all the footage and all the still shots go up onto the hard drive, just in an attempt to make sure that we don't lose everything if something goes wrong. Gradually had to try and restrict myself more and more to the amount of gear that I bring away, so the camera bag here is a good one. It's an end case, and I've done a review on it a long time ago actually. If you look up our site, if you have a search through our older videos, you'll probably find it there somewhere. We've now been using this case for quite some years. good and tough, and holds a fair amount of stuff. We can put the laptop in there. We have the Nikon DSLR. We have a GoPro and a gimbal, handheld gimbal, and a bunch of accessories for the camera, and also the Panasonic video camera. On top of that we have a microphone. We've usually got a window mount so that we can mount the Panasonic camera on the car as we're moving and just shoot footage from the side windows. So yeah, good little bag, carries pretty well everything we need, and I try very hard not to bring away anything more than that now, because it was getting a bit ridiculous. I was bringing 2 and 3 and 4 bags and it was filling up the car. So now that I'm restricting my space to that, I guess I don't get as many different angles of shots, but it really does provide a reasonable number of cameras. We've got 2 GoPros, the Panasonic and the Nikon, and that's my basic set of cameras now.